Good evening, children. Our today's lesson is heat, and today we are going to discuss about thermal expansion. Okay, it has been experimentally observed that when a matter is heated, it expands, and when it is cooled, it contracts. So we know that generally there are three states of matter. Number one, solid. Number two, liquids, and number three is gas or gaseous system. So, when a matter is heated, when a solid is heated, generally it expands. When a liquid is heated, generally it expands. When a gaseous system is heated, generally it expands. So, our first subtopic is thermal expansion of solids. So we know that solids have definite shape and definite volume. So when a solid is heated, it expands in all directions, which means the length, the surface area and the volume, everything is expanding when a solid is heated. So there are three types of thermal expansion in solids. Three types. Number one, linear expansion. Number two, superficial expansion or surface expansion. And number three, cubical expansion or volumetric expansion. From the name of these three subpoints, it is very clear that linear expansion of solid means when a solid is heated, it is expanding linearly, means its length is increased. Superficial expansion, when a two-dimensional solid sheet or solid lamina, two-dimensional lamina is heated, the surface area is increased. Number three, cubical expansion or volumetric expansion, which means when a three-dimensional solid object is heated, its volume is increased. Okay, so we shall first discuss about linear expansion of solid. So our new subtopic is linear expansion of solid. Linear expansion of solids. Linear expansion of solid. Suppose a solid rod is taken. Okay. Consider the solid is a metal. A metallic rod is taken. Initial length is L1. Okay. And initial temperature is T1 degree. Now the metallic rod is being heated. Better draw the diagram like this. Metallic rod of very small diameter is taken. Initial length is L1, initial temperature is T1 degree. It is heated, so it is expanding in length. Okay, suppose the temperature is increased from T1 degree to T2 degree. So after heating, suppose L2 becomes the final length of the solid rod and the final temperature is T2 degree. Since T2 degree is greater than T1 degree, L2 is greater than L1. So what is the expansion in length of the solid? Final length minus initial length, L2 minus L1. This is the linear expansion. So L2 minus L1 is known as linear expansion of this solid rod. Okay, it can be experimentally proved that the linear expansion of a solid depends on, means the mathematical form is L2 minus L1 is equal to L1 into alpha into T2 minus T1. It is the mathematical expression of linear expansion of solid. Now the question arises, what is the new term alpha? We know L2 is the final length, L1 is the initial length, T2 is the final temperature, T1 is the initial temperature. So L2 minus L1 represents the linear expansion. T2 minus T1 represents the increase in temperature or rise in temperature. L1 is the initial length. So what is alpha? Alpha is a proportionality constant, and it is known as, it is a constant, it is known as, alpha is known as coefficient of linear expansion. It is known as coefficient of linear expansion. Okay. So, on which factors the linear expansion of solids depend? On which factors does the linear expansion of solid depend? Number one, linear expansion of a solid depends on, look at the right hand side, L1. L1 means initial length. So, it depends on initial length. Initial length of the solid. Number 2, temperature difference or increase in temperature. So, number 2, linear expansion depends on temperature difference. And number 3, another topic term is there. It depends on, means linear expansion of solid depends on the material of the body. Material of the body. So, these are the 3 factors on which the linear expansion of a solid depends. Okay. Next, number 2. Number 2 is superficial expansion or surface expansion of a solid. Number 2, superficial expansion of solid. Superficial expansion of solid. So, superficial expansion, from the name superficial expansion, it is clear that the surface area of a solid expands on heating. So, we have to consider a two-dimensional object. Suppose a two-dimensional solid lamina is taken. Okay, two-dimensional body, two-dimensional solid body. Its initial surface area is S1 and initial temperature is T1 degree. Suppose we are heating the two-dimensional lamina. So, after some time, suppose the temperature is increased from T1 degree to T2 degree. Then, the surface area is also expanding from S1 to S2. Suppose S2 is the final surface area and T2 degree is the final temperature. So, T2 degree is greater than T1 degree and S2 is greater than S1. So, what is the superficial expansion? Superficial expansion means change in or increase in the surface area, final surface area, initial surface area. So, change in surface area or increase in surface area is represented by S2 minus S1. S2 minus S1 represents the superficial expansion. This superficial expansion of a solid depends on, means the mathematical form of S2 minus S1 is S2 minus S1 is equal to S1 beta. Beta is a Greek letter, Greek alphabet. S1 beta into T2 minus T1. It is a mathematical expression of superficial expansion of a solid. What is S2 minus S1? It is the superficial expansion or expansion in surface area. What is S1? Initial surface area. What is T2 minus T1? Rise in temperature or increase in temperature. Another new term is introduced here in the right hand side of this expression, that is beta. What is beta? The name of the beta, name of this beta is also a constant, same as before. Beta is a constant. It is known as coefficient of superficial expansion. Coefficient of superficial expansion. Achha. So, on which factors does the superficial expansion depend on? On which factors does the superficial expansion depend? Number 1. See the right hand side. S1, initial surface area. So S2 minus S1 depends on initial surface area. Number 2, T2 minus T1, increase in temperature or rise in temperature. Increase in temperature or rise in temperature. Number 3, what is the third factor? Material of the solid. Material of the solid. So, these are the 3 main factors on which the superficial expansion of a solid depends. Clear? Number 3, cubical expansion or volumetric expansion of a solid. Number 3, cubical expansion of a solid. From the term cubical expansion, it's clear that this expansion is related to the expansion in volume. So we have to consider a 3-dimensional solid object. Clear? Suppose a 3-dimensional solid cube is taken whose initial surface area, initial volume is V1, initial temperature is T1 degree. Same as before, we are heating the solid cube, we are heating the solid 3-dimensional object, and it all the dimensions, that means length, breadth and height, are expanding due to heating. Okay, so the surface area temperature is increased as well as the volume is increased with the increase in temperature. So if this is the solid cube, when its temperature is T2 degree, suppose the volume is V2. So V1 is initial volume, V2 is final volume, T1 is initial temperature, T2 degree is the final temperature. Obviously T2 degree is greater than T1 degree, final temperature is greater than initial temperature, and V2 is greater than V1. So what is the increase in volume? Means what is the increase in volume, or what is the cubical expansion? The increase in volume, that is final volume minus initial volume. So V2 minus V1 represents the cubical expansion of the solid. Cubical expansion of the solid. The mathematical expression of the cubical expansion of the solid, mathematical expression is V2 minus V1 is equal to V1. Another Greek alphabet is introduced here, gamma, V1 gamma into T2 minus T1. V2 minus V1 is equal to V1 gamma into T2 minus T1. What is V2 minus V1? That is cubical expansion. What is V1? Initial volume. What is T2 minus T1? That is increase in temperature. What is gamma? Gamma is a constant, and the name of the constant is coefficient of cubical expansion. Gamma is known as coefficient of cubical expansion. Clear? Now look at the expression, and from this expression it is clear that on which factors the cubical expansion depend on. Cubical expansion depends on. So number 1, right hand side, V1. So cubical expansion depends on the initial volume of the solid. Number 2, T2 minus T1, increase in temperature. So it depends on, means the cubical expansion depends on increase in volume. Number 3, it depends on the material of the solid. Material of the solid. So these are the 3 main factors on which the cubical expansion of solid depends on. Initial volume, increase in volume, not increase in volume, it is increase in temperature, T2 minus T1, increase in temperature and material of the solid. Clear? Next, thermal expansion of liquids and gases. Thermal expansion of fluids, or means liquids and gases. So we know that fluids, that means liquids and gases, don't have any definite shape. Liquids have a definite volume, but gases don't have any definite volume also. So liquids don't have any definite shape, but it has a definite volume. Gases don't have any definite shape and definite volume. So for liquids and gases, means for fluids, only cubical expansion is present. Only cubical expansion is present. There is no linear expansion and superficial expansion exists for liquids and gases. Okay, so cubical expansion of a fluid or cubical expansion of liquids and gases is V final, Vf means V final minus V initial. Final volume minus initial volume is equal to initial volume into gamma. Gamma means coefficient of cubical expansion into T final. Tf represents final temperature minus initial temperature. This is the mathematical expression for the cubical expansion of fluids. Cubical expansion of fluids means cubical expansion of liquids and gases. From this expression, it is clear that the cubical expansion depends on cubical expansion of liquids or gases depends on number 1, right hand side. Look at the right hand side. Initial volume. Number 2, increase in temperature. Number 3, nature of the liquid or gas. Nature of the liquid or the gaseous system. So for fluids, that is for liquids and gases, only cubical expansion is present. There is no linear expansion, there is no superficial or surface expansion. Expression of cubical expansion is Vf minus Vi. You may write V2 minus Vi or V2 minus V1 also same. Mention all the terms, what is V2, what is V1, like this. Vf is the final volume, Vi is the initial volume, so Vf minus Vi represents the cubical expansion or increase in volume of the fluid. Vi is the initial volume. Tf minus Ti is increase in temperature. Gamma, same as before. Gamma is known as the coefficient of cubical expansion. Coefficient of cubical expansion. Okay, so that's all for today, children. The thermal expansion of matter. We have to study the thermal expansion of solid, thermal expansion of liquid, and thermal expansion of gases. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you everyone. Thank you so much.